Hello everyone, here is Tobias Trader. I'm in charge of SoftExpert product marketing. Enjoy your participation in our webinar Unveiling the Performance and Potential Matrix 9-box. I'm here with Gus Oliveira, International Relations Manager at SoftExpert, who will start now his presentation. Hello Gus.
Thank you, Tobias, for the introduction. Unveiling the Performance and Potential Matrix of 9-box. It is crucial for companies to identify who their real talents are and in turn offer them the opportunity for growth and development. At this point, organizations need tools that are not subjective, but that are able to offer a process where they can sort and view people and teams to retain talent and act on the most crucial cases. It is precisely at this point that 9-box matrix comes into play. In this webinar, we will provide in-depth knowledge on this important tool and show some of the benefits gained from its application. Some important definitions to help our understanding. We're going to talk a lot about performance, technical skills, abilities, and subject matter knowledge in job-related field, ability to develop and maintain working relationships which incorporate the company's values. Potential, the ability or capacity for growth and development into a leadership role. And leader, one who guides, directs, influences, and shows the way to others. So what is it and where did it come from? The Performance and Potential Matrix, commonly referred to as the 9-box, is a simple yet effective tool used to assess talent in organizations. It assesses individuals on two dimensions: the past performance and the future potential. The x-axis, or horizontal line, of 3 boxes assesses leadership performance, and the y-axis of 3 boxes, the vertical line, assesses leadership potential. A combination of y and x-axis makes up the box within the grid that the leader is placed. 1A, high performance and high potential, and 3C, low performance and low potential, and so on. The 9-box grid or matrix is believed to have originated within McKinsey to assess different business units and to prioritize the investment in individuals. This was developed for GE in the late 1960s and 1970s to enable them to assess potential of individuals in its business and prioritize their investment in overall strategy. It is claimed that it is based on the Boston Consulting Group and their Boston box of business or product potential applied to individuals. What are the benefits? Why is it so popular? It's simple and it works 95% of the time. The beauty of the tool is in its simplicity and ease of use. With a little explanation and initial facilitation, managers usually can catch on pretty quickly. It helps overcome many of the common pitfalls when it comes to talent assessment, including overemphasis on current performance, over-reliance on a single opinion, and a lack of assessment criteria or inconsistent criteria. It's cost-effective. Actually, other than people's time or a paid facilitator, it's free. There are other ways to assess potential. Instruments and assessment centers are great, yet they're also very expensive. If you can afford to send every manager through a $10,000 assessment center, then good for you. For the rest, it's the next best thing. A catalyst for robust dialogue. It's not about filling out the grid. It's all about the discussion. It's critical to keep that in front of you. Managers in general are not very skilled when it comes to assessing talent and are very hesitant to discuss other managers' employees or hear feedback about their own. This tool helps provide a structured way to have those conversations in a professional and productive way. Helps calibrate criteria and expectations. If you don't have a clear, consistent definitions of performance and potential going into a talent review, by using this tool, you will by the time you are done. If in fact, for a lot of managers in the room, it's the first time they've heard their own boss's expectations, so you'll see them discreetly jotting down notes and assessing themselves. It's more accurate than one person's opinion. The accuracy of assessing performance and potential improves with multiple data points. Managers often have blind spots with their own employees and are unaware of how they are perceived by others. These discussions can help shine a light on superstars and poor performers. It facilitates shared ownership and teamwork. This is a ground rule for any talent management meeting and discussion. We all, as a team, are collectively responsible for building a stronger organization. We need to be candid, listen to each other, and help develop each other's employees. In a functional or segmented organization, talent development is often one of the few things management team can actually work together. A diagnostic tool for development. A talent review meeting uncovers both individual and organizational strengths and weaknesses. The grid serves as a needs assessment for development actions that need to be taken. The 9-box grid is simple, yet a powerful tool that can be used to support all aspects of the succession planning process, from assessment to talent review through development and talent planning. It is used to identify and retain talent. Before we can retain key talent, we need to identify who and what key talent is. We also need to understand that not every quality employee is a high potential, high performer employee. Just because someone performs well in their current role does not make them a potential performer in the next role. Indeed, many managers and leaders fail as they were promoted on the basis of their technical job performance, not their management or leadership potential. The concept of 9-box. The 9-box grid is a matrix. The 9 boxes in the matrix are defined as a result of the relationship between performance and potential when both attributes are defined at 3 levels, for example, low, moderate, and high. How to use it. Don't do it alone for the first time. The tool is best if used by a team and facilitated by someone who has experience with the process. This could be an HR person, a consultant, or someone responsible for leadership development or succession planning. Once a team has used a couple of times, they can usually do it themselves, but it helps to have someone facilitate the dialogue, take notes, and etc. If you are a talent management practitioner, try to shadow someone with expertise. Hire someone to guide you through your first one, or at least work with someone to prepare you. Have a pre-meeting. You should present the tool and process to the team and make sure they all understand and buy into the purpose of the process. Don't underestimate the amount of anxiety if a team has never done anything like this before, a ranking exercise. It is best to decide ahead of time how performance will be assessed. Use a leadership competency model, if you have one, and how potential will be assessed. Again, best to decide ahead of time. This is the time to establish ground rules as well, especially around meeting behaviors and confidentiality. Preparation. Have each manager fill in a grid of their own employees and have the facilitator collect and consolidate them. You could also ask for any other relevant information, such as years in the current position, diversity status, retention risk, or relocatability. I usually have each manager plot their direct report managers one level at a time, so we are comparing apples to apples. I then consolidate all of the names by level on an organizational grid. You can start with a 2 to 4 hour meetings, but it will usually take 1 or 2 follow-up meetings to finish. Bring copies of the consolidated grid to each participant. Getting started. It's easier picking someone in the 1A box, the highest performance and potential, where you think there may be a little disagreement. Ask the sponsor manager to explain the rationale for the assessment. Ask lots of whys. Then invite all others to comment. Don't rush it. The benefit of this process is in the discussion. Establish your benchmarks. After all have been heard from, if there is an agreement, then you have an A1 benchmark or poster child for all others to compare against. If disagreement in perception, ask the sponsor manager if they want to change their mind based on the feedback. They usually do. But if not, leave it. Pick another name until you establish the benchmark. Discuss as many names as time allows. You can then discuss the rest of the names in the 1A box. Then move to the bordering box, 1B and 2A. Then move to the 3C box. And again, facilitate a dialogue to establish another benchmark. Continue the discussion for each person or as many as time permits. Move to development. If time, or most likely at a follow-up meeting, the team can then discuss development plans for each leader. For succession planning, the focus should be on the upper right-hand corner boxes, 1A, 1B, and 2A. This is your high potential pool. Follow up on a quarterly basis to monitor development plans. Repeat the assessment process at least once a year. So, define performance behaviors. The 9 box becomes most powerful when the description that defines the 9 boxes or categories of talent are clearly articulated. Clearly, defining both performance and potential at all 3 levels will provide a common language and set of standards by which talent can be discussed, assessments can be calibrated, and succession planning discussions are made. Talent review discussions will actually be focused on strengths and opportunities versus clarifying terminology and debating the meaning of labels. The constructs of performance and potential can be defined in a variety of ways, and most organizations seek to incorporate their organizational values and cultures into the definitions. With that in mind, we have to define and establish performance and potential behaviors. While a leader's most recent performance evaluation should be included in an assessment of performance, it should not be the only factor that is considered. One performance review is unlikely to provide a complete picture of a leader's performance. Considering an individual's record of performance over time, reviewing how they behave while learning new responsibilities, or how they performed in multiple roles will shed a light on how the individual will perform in the future. In this table, we can see a sample list of performance factors defined at 3 performance levels: low, moderate, and high. The construction of potential is often poorly defined and can be the source of disagreement amongst organizational leaders in the review of talent. Potential can be defined as an individual's ability and willingness to learn from experience and successfully apply the knowledge and skills gained from experience to new, higher level situations. Potential is often confused with readiness. Readiness should be defined as a degree to which an individual's skills, competencies, experiences, knowledge, and motivation meet the requirements for a specific job or group of jobs. As such, an individual with a high level of potential can be more ready for some jobs than others. The discussion regarding the readiness of an individual for a specific position is distinct from the discussion of potential. In this table, we can see a simple list of potential factors defined at 3 performance levels: low, moderate, and high. Once you have selected the behaviors that define both performance and potential, you can then build your 9-box category definitions by plotting those behaviors in the appropriate boxes in the matrix. Armed with your new 9-box grid, you are ready to enhance the accuracy of the talent assessment process. During the talent assessment phase of the succession planning process, organizations typically ask employees to provide important biographical information and ask managers to evaluate the overall performance, potential, and retention risk of their team members. Provided with a clear definition of performance and potential, managers will be better able to evaluate their employees on these key factors. Outstanding performance and high potential. When an individual is developing faster than the demands of his or her current position and/or division, the individual has been given additional assignments and has demonstrated high-level commitment and achieved significant results. The individual is ready to broaden his or her skill set and take on significantly greater scope and responsibility. How do I know? The individual delivers consistently strong performance and outstanding results in a wide variety of challenging settings and circumstances, consistently uses creativity and innovation in solving problems and implementing solutions, consistently demonstrates organizational values, always operates in the best interest of the company, learns and adapts quickly, applies skills and lessons learned to challenging solutions. Outstanding performance and moderate potential. The individual performs well in his and her current job, makes valuable contributions, and consistently demonstrates competencies required, may be ready to take a greater scope and responsibility within the next 12 months. How do I know? It delivers consistently strong performance and outstanding results in a wide variety of challenging settings and circumstances. Consistently uses creativity and innovation in solving problems and implementing solutions. Acts in accordance with organizational values, makes decisions, takes actions that are in the best interest of the companies. Learns and applies new skills when the job calls for it. Applies lessons learned to enhance success. Outstanding performance, limited potential. The individual is performing well in his or her current job, but needs to continue development in a current role, or may have valuable technical skill, but has not exhibited leadership potential. Individual has not demonstrated willingness to take on significantly greater scope and responsibility within the next 12 months. How do I know? He delivers consistently strong performance and outstanding results in a wide variety of challenging settings and circumstances. Consistently uses creativity and innovation in solving problems and implementing solutions. Does not consistently demonstrate organizational values. Makes decisions or takes actions that are not always in the best interest of the company. Keeps current skills up to date but demonstrates little effort to build new skills or apply lessons learned to increase performance. Good performance and high potential. The individual is contributing as expected and is meeting performance expectations. The individual may be ready to take greater technical or leadership responsibility in the next 12 to 24 months. How do I know? The individual delivers a moderate level of performance and results in a variety of settings and circumstances. He achieves results by using proven methods or practices, occasionally identifies and implements creative solutions, consistently demonstrates organizational values, always operates in the best interest of the company, learns and adapts quickly, applies skills and lessons learned to challenging situations. Good performance, moderate potential. The individual is currently meeting expectations, but may not be willing or able to advance, may not be ready to absorb additional scope or complexity in the next 12 to 24 months. How do I know? The individual delivers a moderate level of performance and results in a variety of settings and circumstances. He achieves results by using proven methods or practices, occasionally identifies and implements creative solutions. acts in accordance with organizational values, makes decisions, and takes actions that are in the best interest of the company, learns and applies new skills when the job calls for it, applies lessons learned to enhance success. Good performance, limited potential. The individual is currently meeting the expectation of his or her role. The individual is not prepared to absorb additional scope or complexity in the next 12 to 24 months. How do I know? The individual delivers a moderate level of performance and results in a variety of settings and circumstances. It achieves results by using proven methods or practices, occasionally identifies and implements creative solutions, does not consistently demonstrate organizational values, makes decisions or takes actions that are not always in the best interest of the company, keeps current skills up to date but demonstrates little effort to build new skills or apply lessons learned to increase performance. Poor performance, high potential. The individual is not meeting the requirements in his or her current role. It is possible that the individual could be more successful in the current role with more direction or in another role or division that more appropriately suits his or her skill set. How do I know? The individual delivers a low to moderate level of performance and results in current role. It over-relies on rules and procedures, fails to identify or implement creative solutions when necessary, consistently demonstrates organizational values, always operates in the best interest of the company. It learns and adapts quickly, applies skills and lessons learned to challenging situations. Poor performance, moderate potential. The individual has not been in the position long enough to adequately demonstrate his or her technical abilities, or may have lost pace with changes in the organization. How do I know? The individual delivers a low to moderate level of performance and results in assignments and responsibilities. It over-relies on rules and procedures, fails to identify or implement creative solutions when necessary, acts in accordance with organizational values, makes decisions, takes actions that are in the best interest of the company, learns and applies new skills when the job calls for it, applies lessons learned to enhance success. Poor performance, limited potential. The individual is not meeting performance expectations, and there is still more to learn in the current position. There are questions about his or her ability to succeed in the current role long term. How do I know? The individual delivers a low to moderate level of performance and results in assignments and responsibilities. It over-relies on rules and procedures, fails to identify or implement creative solutions when necessary, does not consistently demonstrate organizational values, makes decisions, takes actions that are not always in the best interest of the company, keeps current skills up to date but demonstrates little effort to build new skills or apply lessons learned to increase performance. In conclusion, take your talent bank real, attract, develop, and retain people will have priority in recruiting and retaining talent. This is the year to innovate, think outside the box, and look systematically in its entirety talent system of the company. We look forward to helping you succeed in your HR organization, in your learning and leadership journey. Just to give you a flavor of the 9-box and SoftExpert suite, notice the beauty of the interface and the dynamic visualization of employees according to their rankings. I'd like to invite you to visit our website and marketing materials and meet our integrated solutions, and in particular our HDM or Human Development Management solution that was the main focus of this webinar. I'd like to thank you for your time to watch this webinar. I hope you like it, and please be my guest to enjoy SoftExpert marketing materials and solutions.
Thank you, Gus, and thanks to all of you who took part in this presentation. For more webinars, please visit our website softexpert.com. See you.